So as we go through the lesson, we'll go back to this position and we'll just feel what kind of differences you feel from doing the movements, because we want to go back and forth between moving and sensing. And then that will help us sense some more and be able to move some more, and it becomes a nice little circle that we can do. So if it feels all right for you, can you bend your right knee so that your right foot is flat on the ground there? So the right foot is flat. And we're going to try a movement of pushing that right foot against the ground. And when it pushes you against the ground, push the foot against the ground, we're going to keep the right knee up toward the ceiling and let the pelvis roll toward the left. Okay, so just try that movement a few times. You push the right foot. You keep the right knee up toward the ceiling. You roll the pelvis so that you roll over toward the left. And then you come back.
Is it a lot of movement, Gary? Or is it just a slight movement?
It's a small, comfortable movement. I mean, it might get bigger as you go along. That's fine. We want to start out small and slow when we do these movements usually, because we can feel more if we go slowly. So some things to look out for this are that you're not trying to lift your pelvis off the ground. You're just letting your pelvis roll to the side. So the left leg, you might feel how the left leg, it rolls out a little bit. So the left little toe gets closer to the ground. Okay, make sure the right knee stays up toward the ceiling, and that will open up your hip joint. Good. So we want to feel when you push, it rolls. So. Good. So when you push that and you raise the side, you just want to feel how.
That's what I was asking.
To there.
How much to lift?
Yeah, I just want to, show you that's going to, if you go a little further, that's what will start happening. And you're going to keep your knee up toward the ceiling. See, if you keep it up toward the ceiling, feel how something happens in the hip. Mm-hmm. If you were to let it come over, see, nothing would happen then. Yeah, so that's why we have that constraint. Good, good. So now the game we're going to play now is what happens if you put that right foot in a different place. So put that right foot further out to the side and try pushing from there. Okay, notice how if you push from further out to the side, then it's a different feeling. It'll be a different feeling in the low back and the pelvis. Yeah, all those things will be different because it's a variation. So,
in your low back.
yeah, so there'll be variations in how people can do this.
Different with each person?
Yeah, something you might try is to feel what happens in your tummy when you push. When you push, are you able to relax your tummy, maybe even push it out a little bit? Or do you have to keep your stomach tight when you do something? Feel the difference in the movement between having a lot of tension in your abdomen and being able to relax your abdomen. Maybe even push it out a little bit. Good, then put the foot in another place. Put the foot in a different place. Okay, it could be, anywhere.
You can do it anywhere we want.
Yes, the magic here is in the variation. Okay, every different place you put the foot is going to be a different way for your nervous system to sense and feel that movement of pushing the foot and the force coming up into your low back, which is what we do when we walk. This is a microcosm of what we're doing when we're walking. We're pushing with the foot, we're arching the low back. So this is a safe way to explore some different variations in how we could do that movement a little differently than we're used to. So start putting the foot in some other different places, and make sure you put the foot in some strange places. Okay, some places where you wouldn't usually, think to put it. That wouldn't be the most efficient place. So make sure it's way out to the side at least a few times, because our habit is going to be to keep it close to us.
But it has to be flat.
We want to keep the foot flat on the ground. Don't just push on the heel. We'll try and relax the foot. As we do the movements, we want to try and relax more and more. Okay, by relaxing more and more while you do the movement, you start to feel the places where you can let go of that extra tension that we hang on to without knowing it. Good, good. Okay, then just rest for a second, okay? Just let your leg come back and rest for a second. Can you feel any difference in the two legs after doing that movement? Okay, yeah. Just take a second to just feel the, even though we were doing small, gentle movements. Okay.
And more contact all the way down on the right side, whereas I didn't, all the contact was on the left before I started this.
Yeah, the hip is a very large part of our muscular system. So if we do something that releases the hip, often the changes will go all through us, all through that side. So just feel what you can feel for a second. We want to go back and forth between doing the movement and then feeling, because then we set up that sensory motor loop to our advantage. Okay, so we're going to do just a little bit more with that. So go ahead and bend the knees again. Bend both knees this time, actually. We're going to do something a little different. Let the left knee fall out to the side so that the left knee comes toward the ground. Put the right foot on top of the left foot and try pushing from there a few times. So you do the exact same thing. You're just pushing against your own foot now instead of against the floor. Good. Feel if the right knee can come forward out over the right foot a little bit. Feel if having that kind of orientation changes how you can move. Feel how having the right foot on top of the left foot makes your pelvis twist around itself in a way that might be different than usual for you. Good, good. So just go back and forth, feeling how high up in your body you feel that.
But you don't want to lift your left hip off.
You're keeping that down on the floor. Because if we were to lift our whole pelvis off the ground, that would be a big strain. We want to try and relax while we do the movement. Okay, and then move your right foot to your left ankle. So that bony part of your ankle. Try pushing from there a few times. Feel how that's different. Maybe your connection is a little more solid with that area. Yeah, it should feel good. If you don't ever do anything that hurts during these movements, if it hurts, it means you're doing too much, or maybe you're just not ready to do that particular movement, which is fine. Just imagine doing it, maybe.
We hurt.
If you, well, we need to change that. We need to start finding our ease and then expanding our sense of ease. So many movements, exercise things, they want you to strain. They want you to, hurt yourself, and that's supposed to be a good thing somehow. But if our goal is to feel ease in our movement, our everyday movements, our means to achieve that end should be to have that feeling of ease. So start moving your right foot up your shin so that you just keep pushing further and further up your shin to wherever is easy. Now some people might get all the way up to the left knee. Some people could even get past the knee on the floor, on the other side of the knee. Just go to wherever is comfortable for you. Okay, what can you do that feels good for you, feels relaxing, feels like you might be learning something? Those are the kind of feelings we want, not feelings of strain or discomfort. Good, good. Okay, and when you've gone as far with the foot as you feel like going today, just go ahead and let both the legs go long again. And just feel the difference, if the difference got a little bigger between the right and the left legs. Feel which leg can relax more now. After we use a muscle, after we use ourselves in a way that's more efficient, then we're able to relax those muscles more effectively too. So just feel the difference in which leg might feel more alive to you, which leg feels more like it's a part of you, and anything else you can feel. And just let your breathing get nice and even and regular and gentle.